Guys, it's Shelby again with another video for my communications class. Growing up, I bet we were all told that breakfast is the most important part of your day, and it's the most important meal of your day, and that every day should be started with a big old healthy bowl of cereal. Is that true though? Science is kind of starting to tell us that it's not true. So let's look at a normal day of eating. Say you get home from work or school and you start eating your dinner around 6 or 7 p.m. Then around 8 or 9, you're watching a movie, you're all cuddled up, it's time for a snack. You have popcorn, maybe ice cream, maybe apple with peanut butter. Head to bed around 9 or 10, wake up around 7, and eat your breakfast for 8 o'clock. So that didn't even give your body 12 hours to fully digest your meal before your meal. Is that good? Not really. Your body needs time to fully digest and break down your foods, and then it also needs time to repair your cells while you're sleeping. Sleep is very important. That's another story. All right, so maybe breakfast isn't the most important meal. So what are your other options? Well, I'm here to talk to you about intermittent fasting. Now, I want to put out a warning first. I am not a doctor, obviously, and anytime you start any kind of new nutrition or health regimen, you should always discuss this with your doctor, especially if you have any pre-existing health conditions. Intermittent fasting is also not advised for people who are breastfeeding or pregnant, trying to conceive, or who have diabetes. That's an iffy one because this also has been proven to reverse type 2 diabetes. But again, I would like you to talk to your doctor before you ever try that if you have diabetes. All right. So during this video, I'm going to break down 3 different topics. The first one is going to be, well, what is intermittent fasting? There's a bunch of different methods that can be done to get the same results. I'm also going to be talking about my experience with intermittent fasting and how I've enjoyed it, what I do, which ones I do, and then we'll go over briefly some of the health benefits. Now, there is a lot of health benefits, and unfortunately, I won't be able to cover them all in this video, but I will send out some recommendations on which books, podcasts, or interviews you should listen to. All right, so what is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is basically when you fast for a certain time period and eat for a certain time period. Seems simple enough, right? What this does is this helps give your body time to digest, it helps give your body time to reset, and many other things. So there's different methods to go about this. There's the eating window, which is normally done in a 16-8 ratio, meaning you fast for 16 hours and eat for 8 hours. Again, that can be adjusted according to your personal preference. There's another method where you would, and this is only supposed to be done a couple times a week, you would fast for 24 hours. During that 24 hours, you would have 500 calories of nutrient-dense food. And I know that does not sound like a lot, and of course it's not advised to be eating 500 calories on a normal day basis, but while you're during your fasting period, that could be filled up with a lot of vegetables. Another fasting method, and again, this one I don't really advise, especially if you haven't talked to your doctor, but there has been proven that you could fast for 4 days straight. Some people do it up to 10 days. And what this does is this actually gives your body time to fully recoup all your cells. So say you have a food intolerance, this gives your body time to kill off, essentially, the dead cells that are causing these intolerances and regenerate some new ones. It's been told that this actually can help with food intolerances, maybe not food allergies like severe peanut allergies or anything like that, but you know, like lactose intolerance or even a gluten intolerance. So who should be doing intermittent fasting? Well, essentially any adult can. Like I said in the beginning though, unless you have a pre-existing condition that needs to be discussed with your doctor, any healthy adult with a healthy mindset can do this. Another person who should not do this is anyone who has suffered with an eating disorder, anyone who has a type A personality where they're going to be overly nervous about how many calories they're doing and what they're doing with that. All right, so the most important one is the 16-8 in a eating window. You could adjust it according to your day, according to your preferences, and women actually usually adjust it to be a larger eating window because we have hormones that kind of throw us off balance and mess with our hunger hormones a lot. So you could do, the recommended time frame is between 14 to 18 hours of not eating. And then 24 minus those hours, that's how many hours you'd be eating in the day. You can actually go as little as 12 hours and still reap some of the benefits, because that's still technically a fast. All right, so now I told you in the beginning that I actually have tried this. So I've been doing it on and off for a couple of weeks now. I usually go about it for 2 to 4 days a week, depending on my schedule and how I'm feeling. I do the 8x16 method. And again, I do adjust it sometimes. Some days I may be feeling like I really need a snack after 12 hours, and I just go for it. I'm not about deprivation. I'm not about starving myself. If I feel like my body is actually telling me I'm hungry, I'm going to eat. And another thing to do is, while you're in that eating window, some scientists and some people have talked about how you can actually have fat. Fat does not mess with your ketosis, which means that your body still is burning the fat that you have stored in your body instead of burning sugar and insulin. So what you can do is you can mix in some coconut oil into your coffee. Coffee is fine, coffee, tea, water, naturally occurring non-sugar, non-calorie meals are fine, or drinks, sorry. So sometimes I'll blend in a little coconut oil. It's been said that you could actually try some butter in it, and you kind of froth it up with a frother, really good. Helps keep your body full, gives your body fat, which is healthy, healthy fats, of course. And it just helps you tie over until maybe your 14 or 16 hour window. So what I've experienced myself with this is that I feel like I have a stronger clarity when it comes to work. I work long days, I work 10-hour days, and I have an hour commute. So I'm out of the house at 6 a.m. and I'm not home till 6 p.m. I work an office job, which can be boring sometimes. So I need attention and I need energy to stay awake while I'm inputting some data sometimes. I've actually found it to be really helpful. I've cut back on my coffee intake because I feel like I just have this natural energy going on. And another thing from my own personal experience is that I actually don't do it when I work out HIIT classes in the morning. So I do all my workouts in the morning before work. Sometimes I'll be doing high intensity interval training, which it depletes so much calories from my body that I feel like I can't be fasting on those days. I need to eat within 1 to 2 hours afterwards, or I'm gonna start getting into that shaky, jittery feeling where I'm not gonna feel good about myself, and I'm not gonna feel good for my day. And it's just gonna set me up for disaster where I'm just gonna plummet down and eat way too much and feel awful. So on my own HIIT days, I recommend that I do not do fasting. I plan it accordingly. A major thing that I noticed is I lost 4 pounds in 1 week. So I didn't go into this with any specific goal or specific plan. I just thought I'd give it a try. I listen to a lot of podcasts. My favorite is Kelly LeVeque. She talks about intermittent fasting a lot and blood sugars, which again, it's a whole other topic. But yeah, 4 pounds in 1 week. I still ate my full day's worth of calories, which is also important to note. If you're fasting during your eating window, you still need to eat your recommended calorie intake. So that's different per person, depending on your height, depending on your current weight, your job, your lifestyle, what your end goal is, like if you want to lose weight or if you want to maintain weight, you want to gain weight. So I definitely stick within my recommended calorie intake, even though I'm fasting. It just means you eat more foods in a shorter time period, but you're still eating the same amount of foods. Hope that makes sense. All right, so now let's get into the little bit of the scientific facts. So I don't have a lot of time to talk about them all, and there actually is a ton. There's great doctors out there that are doing lots of great research on this. This most important one to note is that I think is that they could reverse diabetes too. I have a couple family members with type 2 diabetes, and they take all these medications, and it's just rough on their body. And what if we could find a way that we could improve it without all these pills? So a couple of the health benefits is weight loss. That's an obvious one that I already discussed. But studies actually showed that the weight loss that you lose is the belly fat. Belly fat is very dangerous to us. It's the ones that cause heart disease and strokes. It pushes on your organs, and it just causes a whole bunch of bad things. And it's actually been proven that the weight that they lose is the belly circumference. Awesome, right? Another study showed that it actually is really great for your brain. So like I said, in my personal experience, I felt brain clarity, I felt energized. According to the Brain Facts website, it can strengthen neural connections, increase memory, and put your brain into like a fight or flight mode, which means that your body is so focused because it thinks that it's starving, that it's gonna just focus down and do what it has to do to survive. All right, I know that was not a lot of scientific facts, but unfortunately I am running out of time. So what I'm gonna quickly go over is how many different methods there are. There's the eating window, there's the full day fast, there's a couple day fast. I want you to look up and research these because each person has a different preference of which one works for them and their lifestyle and their goals. A couple of recommendations that I have is look up Dr. Feng Chung. He is a doctor who is researching the diabetic improvement through fasting. Kelly LeVeque is one of my favorites. She is a nutritionist based out of LA who talks a lot about fasting and how it improves your blood sugar balance and how it can help you with weight loss and all the things that I already discussed. All right, now I hope you learned a little. I wish I had an extra 5 minutes, but unfortunately I don't, so I hope this was enough. And if I didn't answer any questions, or if you have any more questions, comments, books, or about books, resources, or my own personal experience, comment below. I'd be happy to help you out. Till next time.